Most of Queensland will have Omicron within weeks. Let's have a look. Good morning, everyone. Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's have a look at this article from Yahoo discussing, or from our Chief Health Officer, most of Queensland will get Omicron within weeks. Now, COVID has reached my very own street. I was literally walking past the neighbour going, saying hello, and then all of a sudden they cover their face. Just got off the phone, they've gotten COVID. Another one up the street was sadly taken to hospital with a high fever, and her husband was waving me away. I've got this problem, guys. I go to say hello to my neighbours. Am I doing it wrong? Is that too old-fashioned? You know, this is, I guess, any excuse to avoid mowing the lawn. So hopefully they'll be okay, but Omicron is spreading, everyone. It is spreading. It is going to go around. Chances are you may be infected with it. Prepare yourself. Do what you can. One strategy, which other than vaccination, which is a way to improve your immune response to it, is just looking at improving your health, reducing your weight. Okay? Being obese and overweight can significantly increase your hospitalization rates, and this is proven now. Trust the science, guys. There's evidence of it, sadly, that even just being overweight can make an impact. And that's something you can do instantly to start addressing those issues. And I know I'm frustrated, and a lot of people are frustrated that the government aren't messaging about this. You know, we should get back life, be in it, and get everyone going. But we're in a culture now where you can't even, fat shame anymore. You can't criticize of anyone for being overweight. Another YouTuber did a video on ABC doing an article about BMI being racist. Daily Insights talked about that. I thought that was just typical of what's happening these days, just all the bullshit that's going out there. Because honestly, most of us are probably overweight, even when we look normal like everyone else. The trick is to get the measurements from the 70s of what a waist circumference was for men back then, and for women, and compare yourself to those measurements, guys, not what you see around you, because probably all of us could stand to lose a little bit of weight. Anyway, let's get to this. So Queensland is racing towards a peak in COVID-19 infections linked to the highly contagious Omicron variant, with most of the population likely to be exposed within weeks. And we've seen research coming out of South Africa where Omicron will actually, there's a benefit with regards to immunity for Delta. See, how it works is the Omicron has a benefit providing you with increased immunity against Delta. Delta doesn't provide you increased immunity against Omicron, so you're kind of screwed if you get the Delta one. Daily COVID-19 cases have surged to 4,249 on Monday, and a man in his late 30s died, taking the state's death toll since the start of the pandemic in early 2020 to 8. That's concerning. Active cases soared to 20,239, with 10 people currently in hospital intensive care and 1 on a ventilator. Chief Health Officer John Gerard said the man had probably COVID-19 and died suddenly at his home on the Gold Coast. The death is under investigation, and a report is being prepared for the coroner. I would say that it's very, very unusual for a young man to die suddenly from COVID-19. The doctor said, well, if he's in his late 30s, he could be approaching 40, so it's middle age. It's a very unusual circumstance, so it needs further investigation to find out exactly what has happened here. Testers processed 30,806 COVID-19 tests conducted in the 24 hours to 7 a.m. on Monday. We know there has been a strain on testing in Queensland, and there has been in every state of Australia, in every country of the world, he said. Dr. Gerard warned that the Omicron variant continued to defy predictive modelling trends. Well, you've got to... Here's the thing, guys. I'm hoping a lot of people will come away from this entire pandemic and with a little bit more skepticism of the modelling that's done. We need to, whenever we see any figures, any predictions of a property price correction, any predictions of a climate impact, any predictions of a death toll, they should give us a range. It's very different what we're experiencing at the moment. The Omicron strain has made it a little bit more difficult because of the rapid rise in number of cases we're seeing, he said. We're expecting in the next few weeks very substantial numbers of people to get infected, and all of us are going to be exposed in the next few weeks. Health authorities are preparing for the predicted spike by stocking up on millions of rapid antigen test kits as demand skyrockets across the country. What about this in the news? Everyone talking about the government, everyone wanting freebies, freebie bloody test kits. Come on. You know, if you can afford a pack of smokes, you can afford a rapid antigen test. There you go, right there, one pack. How many will a carton get you? There you go, guys. Come on. We've been able to secure a stockpile of 18 million rats, the Premier said on Monday. The stockpile includes 12 million at-home tests and almost 6 million point-of-care tests. Global demand for rapid antigen test kits is significant. Okay, so who's making them? And where can we buy shares in the company that's making these test kits, guys? That's the question, the takeaway from this. And, you know, we probably should have bought it a year ago. Securing an extra 12 million at-home tests for Queensland will help us meet demand as we transition to the new nationally agreed isolation and testing requirements for close contacts. The additional supplies will arrive over coming weeks. Dr. Gerard warned that Omicron was far more severe than the seasonal strains of influenza. Well, that's obvious. The number of cases we'll be seeing with Omicron will be vastly greater than that we've experienced in a typical influenza pandemic or epidemic or seasonal epidemic. And so that has a huge impact on hospitals. This is not influenza, it's more severe. The Premier urged Queenslanders to mask up and do the right thing by the community. I know it's holidays and at the moment everyone's out there enjoying themselves, but think very carefully about where you're going, she said. Think very carefully about your family, your friends, your interactions. We'll get through this together if everyone does the right thing. Do you get the feeling she wants to lock us down? Yeah, kind of like she wishes she could lock us down. Anyway, guys, let's have a bit of a talk about this. So there we go. I mean, Omicron is spreading in Queensland. Now, we have been very fortunate. We have not really been impacted as much by this pandemic as other people in Australia or other states. We've been very lucky. Now, here's the thing. There are going to be people that are afraid, people that are scared, people that are concerned. Well, what are some of the things you can do? I mean, number one, you can get vaccinated. And I know there are going to be people in the comments, all the anti-vaxxers, outraged and shocked. Look at the stats, guys. It's probably too late now, to be quite honest, if you've left it this long, and it's in your community, because it's going to take some time for the immune response to build up enough of an antigen memory. But anyway, it's still something you should consider doing if you're concerned. The other one is improve your general health. That's what we can all do. I'm starting the year with a water fast to kick my body into ketosis and to kind of get a little bit healthier again. It's something I do every year. And it's also of spiritual significance, guys. It goes back through all cultures and all histories. But if that's just something that you haven't even contemplated doing or couldn't do it, or maybe you're not healthy enough to do it, I'd look at other ways just to improve your diet. Cut out all the seed oils, cut out all the sugars, even start to quit smoking. Guys, if you're worried about everything, quit smoking. Number one, that's one of the first things you can do to improve your health. I think there was research that came out that said smokers were better off. That was found to be bullshit. Anyway, guys, good luck. And I will link to this video about the 7-day water fast I did some time ago. Check that one out. If you're healthy and haven't given it a try, give it a try. Then you can laugh at all the people bitching and moaning on ABC about having to skip meals because they're POV. Take care. I'll see you next time.